Alert.
Welcome back, and unfortunately the highs today, some of the warmest we're going to see for the next week. We did have some 30s along the lakeshore. The east wind was a benefit to those west of 131. Kalamazoo reaching 31. Notice Three Rivers and Coldwater 36, 37 respectively. Very warm day near the lakeshore. That's why, or the shore state line rather. That's why a lot of those areas didn't get as much snow. That's what we were talking about with the potential of mixed precip or even melting on contact with any snow. Shaped out accordingly. Grand Rapids got a fresh dusting here to a ½ an inch in most areas across the metro. Roadways still kind of wet. We've had some freezing drizzle, some light mist. That's exactly what it's registering now. A lot of it is struggling to reach the surface or lead to anything accumulative right now. But the north wind continuing to shift has our feels like temperatures in the teens. It's only going to stay that way for the next several hours. Live Doppler radar, just a few areas of light snow, not much happening there, but that is moisture developing in influence of the northeast or northwest rather side of this system. And what is a pretty strong line of severe thunderstorms from Louisiana all the way up into Cincinnati. But the north side of it's entering cooler air. We're going to see it transition over to snow, and we're going to get a clip of it at least for a handful of hours here tomorrow morning. Now, as it does this, the breezy winds are going to develop as well. Our pressure gradient's going to tighten up as this system exits. You can see lake effect bands already setting up and will continue to really sweep inland as the wind turns northwesterly into Sunday evening. That's going to lead to some travel impacts, wind gusts upwards of 30 to 35 miles per hour and falling snow at what could be some heavier pockets. I think there could be some impacts Sunday evening, maybe even into Monday morning as well, as lake effect snow is expected to continue through the day with strong winds Monday. So here's a glimpse at the snowfall for tomorrow. A widespread 1 to 2 is really the number, with those isolated bands in the evening hours adding a little bit to maybe 4 or 5 inches into Monday morning. And that's why the winter weather advisory remains in effect until 7 p.m. tomorrow. We may see lakeshore communities extend this even more as we get into Monday, given the moisture content and how cold we're going to be to support more lake effect snow here in West Michigan. So here's a look at the winds. Again, they're going to be out of the north and east tonight, northerly tomorrow, and then northwesterly in the evening. And that's what's going to fire off that lake effect snow. And again, gusts to 30, blowing and drifting, a big possibility. The biggest cool blast we've seen was in middle of January, not one we want to see in the middle of February, but it looks like our second coldest wave of the season. And for the first time in a long time, the long-term outlook has us starting to trend warmer and warmer. At least it's getting closer to us. I think once we get through this 7-day stretch, more hope will be on the horizon. In fact, we have 5 days of snow in the forecast and 3 days with temps in the teens. But next weekend, we do see 20s and maybe even warmer than that as we get into the last week of February.